Hi, and welcome back to Coffee with My Sunshine. If you're new here, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe and join our YouTube family. Today I'm going to be working on some Trash to Treasure DIYs where I use actual trash or recyclable items for these projects. I know you guys love them. You have been requesting them so much, so I hope you enjoy today's video. For the first one, we are going to be doing a double frame, and I am going to be reusing this card. My husband actually picked up this card thinking I could use it for a DIY. You're also going to use like an old t-shirt or old fabric, something that you would get rid of or donate, and some Dollar Tree frames or whatever frames you have, maybe some that you were going to get rid of. And we are going to take the fabric of your choice. Mine is a little tank top that I was getting rid of, but I thought these would be perfect for photo mats because there's so many different colors that you have in t-shirts and stuff like that. So I thought it would be perfect. So I am just cutting out the size I need and then tracing the size of the smaller frame so that the frame sits on top of this mat and just overlaps it a little bit. So what I did was just cut on the very inside of the line that I traced. You don't want to cut on the line because then you'll probably see where you cut. So then I took the larger frame before I cut anything to make sure that I had enough fabric, and I traced that as well because the fabric or the t-shirt, whatever, is fitting inside the larger frame. So here is where I'm cutting out where the smaller frame is going to be glued to the glass of the other frame, if you know what I mean. So for the larger frame, I am just taking out the glass because that's what we're going to need to glue the fabric mat to. And I'm just leaving the picture behind it so you can kind of see where the glass is because it's kind of hard to see. And I'm using this adhesive spray just because I didn't want the glue to soak through the fabric. And then you just place your fabric, and you'll want to bring your frame to wherever you're doing this, your smaller frame, just so you can make sure that you're not going to see the edges of the fabric. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but you get it. So I am taking that card that I was reusing and just taking the glass of the smaller frame so I could get the size that I needed, and I cut that out. I didn't show you only because I was really struggling with it and it was annoying to watch. And then I'm going to paint the frame, the smaller frame, the same color as the fabric I'm using because I thought that would be really cool. It would be really cool to use like a floral t-shirt maybe, or fabric or something as like a really unique matting behind the picture. And I just thought this card was really pretty, and I thought it was cute that my husband picked it out mainly so that I could reuse it in a DIY. So I just popped that into the smaller frame, and don't worry, I'm going to add another coat of paint onto it. It looked kind of rough. And then I am popping that glass and mat back into the larger frame, and you can go ahead and paint the larger frame too the same color. That would look kind of cool. And then here I'm just using hot glue. I would definitely suggest using a more permanent bond if you want this to stay for a very long time, or if you're hanging it up on a wall, because you don't want it to come crashing down. So the reason I cut the hole in the middle of the matting is because I wanted the frame to have something to really hang on to, not just glue to the fabric. But this is what it looks like all finished. Let me know what you guys think about this one. For this next one, I am using this basket that obviously should be thrown in the trash. I've had this probably since I was in my 20s. And I just recently pulled it out. It was holding, you know, a bunch of like little knick-knacky stuff, and it was in some rough shape. So I thought I could at least use the bones of it and just kind of glue it up where it's falling apart, take off what needs to be taken off, and I can just recover it and still use it as a basket. So I took this outside, I didn't record it, and I just spray painted the inside white and the top part because I want it to go with this rug. And this rug I got from the Dollar Tree, so we're up to $1 right now for this project. And like I said, I just removed what I needed to remove that wasn't necessary and just fixed up what I had to fix up to make it look presentable. And then I'm just hot gluing this rug right to the existing material that they used for this basket. I guess you could remove it and then just add whatever you want. You could like use yarn or other fabric to kind of weave another basket, but I don't know. I thought this rug was really cool and I love the colors. So I am just gluing all the edges really tight because when you go to cut this rug, it's going to unravel. So you want to make sure it's securely glued before you do that. And I just, made sure to use the top part of the rug, and then for the other sides of the basket, used the bottom part, just so I would have enough material. And see what I mean? That would have completely unraveled if you didn't have it glued already to the basket. And Dollar Tree actually has some really pretty rugs. I don't have them at the one closest to my house, but if I drive a little further, they have really pretty rugs to choose from. And I just kept doing that all the way around. You could leave that cute little fringe. I think that would be pretty cool, but I didn't want to, so I'm cutting it off. And there, cute little redesigned basket. I have another Trash to Treasure video I did that came out last Sunday. I will link that in the description box if you'd like to see that. Now this is obviously not everybody's going to have this. This is something that probably should have been thrown in the trash, but it was a swing that my kids used to swing on that we had attached to our really big oak tree in the back, but that ended up actually dying and falling, which was really sad. But I kept the swings just because those were some really sweet memories, and I knew I could do something with it. But I've had it for quite a long time, just floating around in the garage. So I cleaned it up, sanded it off, and I'm going to add some of this antique wax. And so today's video is more like not using like bottles and cardboard and stuff like I did in my last video, but more so like using stuff that you've had around the house that maybe you just probably should have gotten rid of, but you knew there was a purpose for it and you could reuse it for something. So that's the kind of trash we're redoing today. But I just thought this had really cool lines to it and it meant something to me. Might not mean something to somebody else, and they might look at it and just be like, why do you have that chunk of wood? But I thought it would be really pretty because I've seen like chunks of wood in antique stores and stuff, and it's like, well, what is that used for? But you could use it for displaying anything, kind of like I did here. I thought it was really pretty. I love the color, and I don't know, I smile when I look at it because it reminds me of my kids when they used to swing on it. So let me know, do you guys have anything floating around the house that's similar, that's something that somebody might just look at and be like, why did you keep that? But I don't know, you want to turn it into something cool so you can see it every day. So for this next one, sorry I keep talking, you're going to need these dowel rods, some rope, and this is rope, like I said, little pieces of stuff I probably should have tossed, but I knew I could change it up and repurpose it. So this I'm just unraveling so that I actually have more rope to use, because really that small a piece I couldn't think of anything to use it for, so I'm turning it into 3 pieces of rope. And for this you're also going to need some sort of wreath form. This is from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just taking that rope that I unraveled and I'm hot gluing it right to the edge, right there. And it's trying to fray on me, but we'll take care of that in a couple minutes. I need to get some of those, what are those fingertip things for when you're using hot glue? Because I constantly burn my fingertips. What are those called? Let me know, and let me know where you guys get them. Because soon here, I'm not going to have any fingerprints. So anyway, I just wrap that around, and just every once in a while I would put a little bit of hot glue just so I knew it wouldn't completely unravel if for some reason it ever started to one day. And I went all the way around the smallest circle and then attached it the same way I did when we started, where I wrapped it around and hot glued it. And then I started on the second row in, and then just did this on the third row as well. And I found if you kind of like spread out the rope as you're twisting it instead of making it super tight, you get more use out of it. Like you get, it covers a wider section, I guess. And then here we're going to use some twine, just tie it onto the bottom rung there. And this is where we're going to hide our starting and ending points. Just wrap it around a bunch of times, and this is also going to hide those little rungs that go the other direction. And I'll show you where I kind of screwed up here when we are working with the dowel rods, but I wanted to leave it in there in case it gives somebody you know, ideas of how to change it up or make it look a little bit different. Because that's really all I want to do, is just kind of give you like a base idea on how to use some of this trash or, you know, whatever you have lying around. Definitely don't have to do what I do, but maybe it'll give you a little idea. Because I know when I watch DIY videos, sometimes it's like I think of something completely different than what they're doing, but their video helped me think of it. So, so those dowel rods, I'm just taking this paint and like I said, originally I screwed up a little bit and I wanted to do all different colors. So I did this color brown, and then I did this caramel color, and then I left some of the dowel rods like the natural wood, because in my head I thought it would look really cool. But then as I started working with it, I didn't like it. So after you have your dowel rods painted and they're dried, stick it through the wreath form, just to get a gauge on how tall you want the tallest pieces. This is going to be like a sun wreath type thing. You could do yellow. That would be really pretty too. But when you got it where you want it, just cut it, because you're going to use the smaller piece that you just cut off as well. So see, we're not wasting any. And then I just did that with all the colors that I spray painted. And then I just ended up, you'll see here, taking the dowel rods out and painting them all one color. But I wanted to leave this clip in here because my cat wanted to say hi, like always. So I just went ahead and cut them all. I cut all of them to have the bigger piece and the smaller piece. And just to give you an idea, that's what it looks like with all the colors. But then I got frustrated because I couldn't place them to where I thought they looked good. So I just painted them all one color and then placed them in here. And this actually holds it really, really tight, but maybe put a dab of glue onto the dowel rod so it actually is nice and secure onto the wreath. And I thought it was super pretty. Let me know what you guys think. I know it's a bit like coastal, but I don't know, kind of boho-ish too. I thought it was really pretty. And for this last one, I am using a stick. So if you have any out in your yard, go collect a couple. And I just started peeling off some of the really loose bark so that it's not peeling off in the house. Then I'm taking a painting sponge, and it's nice and wet, and adding some white paint. If I were to do it again, I would use like a more creamy paint, because I wanted it to look like driftwood, because I love anything coastal or driftwood-ish. So I gave it a good coat with the wet sponge, and then went back in with just a clean wet sponge and wiped some of it off so that it didn't look like just white paint on there. Then you're going to use some sort of rope or twine, and I'll show you here in a second. I did a video last year that you guys really liked with a larger branch. I'll show you a clip of that, and then I will link the video as well up in the right hand corner and in my description box. So for your rope, you're going to tie it at either end of the branch because this is how it's going to hang on your wall. There's the one that I did last year or the year before that you guys really liked. And then I did this part hanging up so that I could make sure that it was going to hang straight and all even. So then you're going to take, you can take just some thread or some twine like I did, and we're going to do, you know, those hanging like eucalyptus branches or lavender. I think it's so pretty, but I'm just using faux branches. I thought it would look just as pretty, and I'm just alternating between lavender and the eucalyptus. And that's it, super simple, but we used some more trash, some sticks here, and I think it turned out really pretty. And for not a lot of money. If you already had the greenery, then it's $0. Well, I hope you guys really like these trash to treasure ideas. Don't forget to check out my one from last week. And always leave me your video ideas, something that you guys would like to watch. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe and join our YouTube family. Thank you so much to all my returning subscriber friends. I really love and appreciate all of you. Thank you for supporting this channel and also my home channel. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!